And welcome back, guys, for a little special update here as we approach the end of turn 16 for this lovely game of Operation Dark Horizon. And if we go down, there's a bit of a dark horizon off the coast of Cape Town. The Italians just seized the beautiful city of Cape Town from the British Empire and the South Africans. The Regia Marina with the Franco Mortelli dropped off 2 Marine divisions. One was, of course, dispatched, but the 2 defending South African divisions, the 2nd and the 3rd, were wiped out with support from Italian bombers from Italian Somaliland. So they did take and seize Cape Town and also moved into South Africa proper with the cavalry. Their Italian forces in Rhodesia moved north and wiped out French and British defending the Belgium Congo, and with their 4 colonial troop divisions taking Belgium Congo. And you can see the Italians have expanded their influence in South Africa and is really building their new Roman Empire. So obviously concern. Italian forces from Upper Egypt moved down to Nubia, obviously to combat the French Foreign Legion and the Free Abyssinian troops. We'll see what happens with that. The Italians have moved in with their Deutsche African brethren into Transjordan, as well as also secured spots in southern Iran with the Deutsche Afrika Korps after the Russians and the Second Army defending that area in southern Iran. And we'll see what happens in the Middle East right now. Currently, the Italians, the Germans, and the Russians have a bit of a checkmate going on. But of course, the Italians also brought up their air force, not only to defend Alexandria and Cairo, but possibly also to go on the offensive and really hamper Russian expansion, as well as their forces here in Saudi Arabia. Also, the Italian fleet has left the port of Alexandria and has moved over here into Western Mediterranean, where they sunk the Greek the Greek heavy cruiser, the Kilikis, and right now the Italians did take it on the chin on Littorio. She was hit, but they lost no naval vessels. And the Gennari Italian destroyer did dispatch and sunk the Tashkent and the Ashgabat transports that were sent over here, and were still able to hold on to Sicily and southern Italy, which is nice, a little feather in the Soviet cap. However, they have transported and moved forces into Albania, as well as they're reinforcing their Russian forces here in Western Yugoslavia with the medium armor and infantry. And there are more forces behind. So the Italians have, by Russian help, this game, have grown into a little bit of a power, which is fun to see, and it is pretty exciting. Over here, however, the Japanese did strike back and sink 2 destroyers here in the Solomon Sea. Those destroyers were the Fletcher class, Thatcher and Stevens, and the Hammerhead, submarine Hammerhead, the Gato class, was sunk, and all for the loss of the I-28. So the Japanese are doing well, 3-1 right there for that. And you can see Japanese submarines have sprawled out, cutting off a lot of Lend-Lease and trying to stop and divide the new American fleet with the Lexington and the Saratoga, as well as their southern fleets here commanding with the Yorktown and the Hornets battle group right now. And also, these transports were sunk as well because the submarine had, and that was the submarine with the Hammerhead there. So these are actually all gone as well with this medium bomber that flew down here from the north. So brief little update on what's going on in key areas, specifically Australia and the siege for Sydney, and the capture of the Italians in Cape Town. So another blow to the British Empire, but we'll see what happens with the American turn before this turn is over.